All right, all right. Welcome to the Mom Curious podcast. I'm your host, Daniella Rabbani. Today is a special day. It is a solo episode. Thank you to executive producer Laura Lucetti. She has compiled a list of questions from the Mom Curious community. Friends, fans, family. And I am here to answer these questions. I'm just one lady doing the best I can. I don't speak for everyone. Just saying. But I do speak for the chronically ill. This episode brought to you by hypothyroidism, polycystic ovaries, and a smattering of Lyme disease. Not to mention depression and anxiety that creeps up and down every so often. It's true. So I've mentioned before that I have Lyme disease. I deal with chronic illness, blah, blah, blah. It's something that I've had for a long time. Hypothyroidism I don't know. It means I'm tired a lot of the time and that I can get sick easily, and it's really not ideal. What are some strategies you use if you have a busy day with kids but are feeling ill? I lean on my husband as much as I can. Now, I say as much as I can because he has work and his own wellness to take care of. His own needs, and I have to be mindful of that. But if I'm not feeling well, I will make it a point to sleep in as long as I can. Water helps. I have been taking microdoses of psilocybin, which is basically just like a supplement at this point, 4 days on and 3 days off, and it's antimicrobial and antifungal. It does not alter your mood in my experience at all, but it does help rewire the brain even. And what I've found is that on the days that I am not feeling well, I do think it helps. Sometimes it can make me more tired, which could lead to a nap, if I can nap. And what I also have noticed is that my inflammation markers have improved greatly since taking this supplement. So I just can't recommend it highly enough. I take prescription medication for my thyroid. I take two different things. One I've taken since I was 18 years old, which is now half my life. I've taken it for half my life. And then the other I started taking about a year ago. And it's been helpful. Yeah. I also have this beautiful little light box that I wear for my Lyme disease. Let's just say I don't take it lying down. But the first step is always getting support. So either from my husband, my mom, a babysitter, the television. If I have a busy day with them and it's like not TV time, fine. But I just, at this point, have recognized that making sure that my own nervous system is regulated is the most important thing for my children. Because then I can handle their big feelings and I can handle their needs and I can enjoy them. And that's important. So if it means a movie at this point, says the play educator, yeah. And if it means microwavable food, yeah. That's okay. It really is, in my mind. It's really okay. Do you feel judged by other mom friends or non-mom friends and family for your illness or at times your lack of energy to physically do it all? I don't know. I might, but I mostly feel judged by myself that I wish I could do more stuff. It's mostly an internal experience, but I do think that like growing up, I would be sort of considered lazy or something. But I don't think it's actual laziness. Like, I think, if your body's not working 100%, then you just gotta not do some stuff. But I don't think other moms judge me. That's actually been a big question. That's like a repeat question from you guys. And I just want to say that I don't think anyone's thinking about other people so much. I don't think other moms judge us. I think they've got enough shit to deal with. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you judge me. Just let me know. How to cope if a partner is not understanding, or if they are understanding but you still feel guilt around your illness. I had this experience actually with Dan recently where I had a terrible headache. I just knew that I had like put too much on Dan the day before. It was a weekend. I just like kind of like I went to the spa the day before, and I got a spa day, and I just woke up the next day with a really bad headache, and I knew I just had dumped the kids on him all Saturday, so I couldn't like not help, but I was in a lot of pain. And lo and behold, that was COVID. And I still like schlepped my body around until at some point I was like, hey, can I get that home test real quick? But I learned from that situation like how much tolerance I have for my own discomfort, and I don't want to have such a high tolerance anymore. I just sort of thought I was exhausted. And maybe that's true, but I don't think that's any way to I don't think getting COVID and not knowing it and not feeling comfortable being like, I gotta bow out now, is the way to be. But I don't also think it's necessarily my partner's job to take the slack all the time. I don't think that's healthy. I think we're in a situation in COVID times where there's too much on the parental system, on the two people who made and sustain these little bodies, like these little beings, these little sweethearts. There's got to be more village and community around them. So at the end of the day, I have two real answers for that question, which is it doesn't fucking matter if your partner understands what's going on inside your skin. The person who needs to honor it is me, is the person with the chronic illness, is the person who's experiencing their experience, This is really important. I don't need a buy-in from Dan. I need a plan. I need to tell him like, whoa, I have a really bad headache, and I know like you were in it with the kids all day yesterday. I'm going to call my mom. Or I just set up a play date. But here's the thing, like we don't always have that option because of COVID. And that just sucks. Okay, there is more I could say about that, which is basically that we're not supposed to be doing this alone, and that it's totally fucked up, and whatever we can do to make community. I've actually taken one of our guests, Avital, she told me, she's like, you go out there and you make friends. You make a community. You be pig-headed about it. And I'm doing that. I'm sending the emails. I'm making the dates for myself and for my kids. Like, I'm not doing this alone anymore. It's like my husband is like the greatest guy that ever was a guy. And like, he's not enough. He's not enough adult company. And also, it's not fair to just have it be the two of us. So I hope I made that clear. Does a chronic illness affect pregnancy, energy levels, specific health concerns? I think they did consider my pregnancy sort of high risk because of hypothyroidism. I had to up my medication and just get a couple more scans, but overall it was okay. Polycystic ovaries does cause infertility, as does hypothyroidism. I was told very early on that I would not be able to conceive, which was not the case. I did have one miscarriage early on in my journey, but just the one that I'm aware of. I do think that in that second pregnancy, when I was eating pizza, bagels, and mac and cheese, I really was unwell. I had a really hard time feeling vibrant, which was not the case with Ness. With Ness, I was like on the other side of the spectrum, like super healthy, moved my body mindfully, meditated all the time. I had a lot more time and bandwidth. And I felt beautiful. I mean, I was tired. I was super tired. But I just felt alive. I just don't think when you have a chronic illness, you could just like phone it in when it comes to health. I think it requires of me, and it is my body really asking me to take care of it. In terms of specific health concerns when it came to my kids, they were small when they came out, but they weren't like very small. And they both were nearly born at 42 weeks gestation. The normal, what's normal? A common time to give birth for a first-time mom is at 41 weeks and 1 day. And I think my kids were born like 41 and 2 or 3, something like that. They were like 6 pounds, 13 ounces, which is like a perfect size. I'm also, 5 feet. So I'm small, but they did end up being on the smaller side. But I do believe that these health concerns or these health conditions played a big role in my ability to create breast milk. So whatever breast milk I did make was just awesome, because I also had just made a whole body and an extra organ. Did you know that the placenta is just some random extra organ that you throw out? I actually originally wanted to encapsulate it and eat it, and I did. It made me feel weird, and it also affected my breast milk, so I stopped doing that. And then I was like, okay. So the second time, I'm going to just bring it home, cut it up, and put it in smoothies, which a few friends of mine have done, and they said it makes them feel so good and like gives them so much energy, because animals in the wild eat their placenta like right after birth, and they say that it gives them back a lot of the blood and the juju. So I made all that, and my body was like, I would like very much for you to stay alive. I'm gonna just give these kids a little bit of breast milk and then keep the rest for you. But overall, it was like a pretty okay situation. I would love to hear from others who are going through chronic illness and the rest in motherhood, and how that might affect your experience. So reach out to me at Daniella Rabbani on Instagram. I love you. I bow down to you. I really do. To the mothers among us, and to the mom curious bunch among us too. Thank you for taking the time and hanging out with me. And your curiosity means so much to me. And I just hold it with so much reverence and respect. Okay. Have a good one. Please share. Do all the things like subscribing and stuff to tell the world. Okay, but for real, have a great day. Thanks. Bye. For more episodes, make sure to follow Mom Curious, available on all podcast platforms. Thanks.